Chris is going to talk a little bit about an ongoing issue with a lot of these messaging services, whether it's Teams, Facebook Messenger. In this case, it's Facebook Messenger, and how they're using phishing, like they do with phishing emails, to gain access to a system. So, Chris, talk a little bit about how that works.
So yeah, this was reported with Facebook Messenger, and essentially they're affected. This is affecting Facebook business accounts. So some companies, smaller ones usually, they'll have like some kind of customer service, customer support, and you can actually message them through Facebook. I think Verizon does that. I've had to do it, but anyways, they end up sending an attachment and they're mentioning something about copyright violations. Like, oh, something on your page is in violation. Here's a RAR file, some type of zipped attachment. And within there's a malicious payload that looks like a Python script. And then there's also a batch script that fetches a standalone Python environment required by this info stealing malware. And it adds persistence by setting up the binary to execute its system startup. So, they turn the computer on, this is going to get executed.
Okay, yeah. So as soon as they reboot the computer, it puts the foothold in there with the script. It launches all this stuff in the background without the user knowing anything's going on, and boom, next thing you know, their system's compromised.
Well, it's also
Go ahead.
it's also grabbing cookies and passwords stored in the browser. That's like its main prerogative, I guess you could say. So that's the big reason why we don't recommend using Chrome for your as your password.
Yeah, we typically like Bitwarden for password manager. There are other password managers out there, and they tend to put a few more roadblocks in place to encrypt the data. But that's an interesting one. Was there anything else you wanted to mention about that?
Yeah, I mean they show it at scale here, and it's mainly affecting North America, Europe, Australia, Japan, and Asia. It looks like.
So I guess the takeaway is if you got people in your business that are doing customer service via Facebook messaging, be very careful about how that's being used. We're seeing the same sort of thing with Microsoft Teams.
Well, there's
And
no insight into Facebook Messenger, for IT professionals. Nothing nothing short of like logging into their account, looking at the message.
exactly, good point. At least with Teams, there is a little bit of insight. The administrator has a little bit of insight. But even with Microsoft Teams, customer service agents, they need to be on their toes, because it's just another vector inside another way to breach a business network. So,
Yeah.
hey, thanks a lot, Chris, for bringing that to our attention.